देश की सिर्फ 1.6% जनता लगभग 30% टैक्स का बर्डन उठा रही है।
Nirmala Sitharaman ji would be shell-shocked to hear this.
2020 में इंडिया के 320 लाख मिडिल क्लास एक झटके में गरीब बन गए।
She tried her best to destroy this class. She is still trying her best to destroy this class.
सरकार ने टैक्स लगा कर उन्हें इतना निचोड़ दिया है कि ये लोग अब मिडिल क्लास कहलाने लायक बचे ही नहीं।
रिपोर्ट्स के अनुसार तो इंडिया का मिडिल क्लास आगे जाके और भी ज्यादा श्रिंक होता जाएगा। इनफैक्ट जल्द ही इंडिया के लोअर क्लास से भी गरीब होने वाला है।
कॉर्पोरेट्स को फायदा पहुंचाकर पिछले 5 सालों में देश को नुकसान हुआ है और इस नुकसान की भरपाई सरकार आम आदमी पर टैक्स लगाकर कर रही है।
I am now happy to announce that there will be no income tax payable up to income of 12 lakh rupees.
On February 1st, 2025, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Union Budget. But what made it truly exciting was the context in which it was announced. Just a month ago, she faced criticism over the GST differentiation on popcorn, which was misunderstood by most. Fast forward to Budget Day, and she has silenced many critics by announcing a complete income tax exemptions for those earning up to Rs 12 lakh per annum. With this bold move, she might need new haters because the old ones have likely become fans. This budget is a game changer and could be a defining moment for India's economic trajectory for decades to come. Today in this video, we go into details of the issues that the Indian economy has been suffering from and how the budget is addressing all of it. Let's get started. As India moves towards its vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047, the economy needed serious reforms. The 2025 budget arrives at a crucial juncture where the economic growth has been sluggish and several structural issues have hindered the progress. One of the biggest challenges has been low consumption. Reports suggest that despite job creation, many of the new jobs are self-employed roles that provide only subsistence level incomes. The economic survey revealed that the real wages for self-employed individuals remained below 2017-18 levels. Adding to this, the household debt has soared, rising from 41% of GDP in financial year 24 to 37.9% in financial year 2023, an all-time high. This debt includes personal, agriculture and home loans, making financial stability a growing concern. Another issue has been the government's policy focus on capital-intensive production while putting less efforts on employment generation. Labor-intensive industries like the textiles and leather have been struggling, while large corporations benefited from the PLI schemes. Since 2014 and more aggressively since 2019, the government has shifted towards privatization, reducing its stakes in the economy and allowing the private sector to take the lead in job creation. This strategy has had mixed results. While infrastructure development has surged, private sector participation in job creation has not met expectations. Even before the COVID-19 pandemic, India's economy was slowing down. The situation worsened as households depleted their savings to survive. Inequality deepened and the number of manufacturing jobs shrank drastically from 51 million in 2016 to just 27 million in 2020. Alarmingly, many workers have moved back to agriculture, reversing decades of progress. In response to economic slowdown, the government slashed corporate taxes in 2019, hoping businesses will reinvest and create jobs. However, despite aggressive capital expenditure and tax cuts, economic growth remained tepid, averaging less than 5% annually since 2019 and under 6% since 2014. Frustration grew within the government, with Sitharaman once comparing the private sector to Lord Hanuman, unaware of its own strength to invest. One of the biggest takeaways from this budget is that the government has finally acknowledged that consumer demand is key to economic revival. Corporate tax cuts, lower interest rates, and better infrastructure alone weren't enough. Businesses hesitated to invest in new capacity because they weren't sure there was enough demand for their products. Saturday's budget announcement of a massive income tax exemption marks a major shift in approach. The government is now betting on boosting consumer spending to drive economic recovery. By foregoing Rs 1 lakh crore in tax revenues, it hopes to put more money directly into people's hand, encourage spending increasing demand and ultimately motivating businesses to invest in expansion and job creation. This move also acknowledges that in 2019, corporate tax cuts were mistimed, offering a supply side solution that is more corporate incentives to a demand side problem, which is low public spending. The expectation now is that with higher disposable incomes, people will spend more, triggering a positive economic cycle. The tax relief to those individuals earning up to Rs 12 lakh annually, covering more than 80% of the tax base, is said to have far reaching positive effects on the Indian economy, particularly by boosting savings, investment, and overall economic activity. But how exactly do tax cuts contribute to economic growth? Let's break it down step by step. A tax cut puts more money into the hands of the individuals, increasing their disposable income. The economic principle known as the multiplier effect suggests that every rupee saved or spent has a cascading impact on the economy. In the case of personal income tax cut, the multiplier is estimated at 1.01. This means that for every 1 rupee reduction in tax, the GDP grows by rupees 1.01. Even though some individuals may choose to save rather than spend, the overall impact remains positive. Here's why. Increased savings reduce the cost of borrowing, leading at lower interest rates. Lower interest rates encourage businesses and individuals to take more loans, stimulating economic activity. More spending generates higher demand for goods and services, which in turn encourages businesses to expand and hire more workers. A direct boost of rupees 1 lakh crore to the economy may seem small compared to India's total GDP, which is projected to reach rupees 324 lakh crore. Similarly, India's private final consumption expenditure, total spending by the individuals, stand at rupees 200 lakh crore. While an additional 1 lakh crore may not single-handedly drive a full-fledged economic boom, it will undoubtedly provide a boost to the margins. Historically, the government welfare schemes and freebies, which amount at rupees 3 to 4 lakh crore annually, have not always led to sustained economic cycles. However, targeted tax reductions coupled with supporting policies can significantly influence economic momentum. This is where the budget 2025 comes into play. This budget has all these policies to make sure that the rupees 1 lakh crore saved by the taxpayers can be used to push the Indian economy forward. The 1 lakh crore saved by the taxpayers can be utilized in these manners. Many will spend on lifestyle upgrades, daily consumables, and discretionary purchases. Some individuals will save or invest in stock market, leading to capital formation and financial market growth. A significant portion, estimated 22 to 24%, may spend on domestic tourism compared to the current trends of 15 to 18%. With additional funds available, individuals may start new businesses or invest in small enterprises. To ensure that increased spending from the extra cash available from the tax exemption does not lead to higher imports or inflation, the government has introduced key measures to strengthen domestic manufacturing. A major focus of the budget 2025 is on the micro, small and medium enterprises, which plays a crucial role in employment and industrial output. The credit guarantee scheme cover for the startups has been doubled from rupees 10 crores to 20 crores, while micro enterprises now have access to 10 crore from 5 crore previously. This is expected to unlock an additional 1.5 lakh crore in credit over the next 5 years. The introduction of the credit cards with a 5 lakh limit will help micro enterprises meet their financial needs. Investment limits have increased by 2.5% and turnover limits have doubled, allowing more businesses to qualify as MSMEs and benefit from the financial incentives and low-cost credit. These reforms will enable MSMEs to expand, create new job opportunities, and strengthen India's manufacturing sector, ensuring that demand generated by tax cuts is met domestically rather than through increased imports. To further accelerate domestic production, the National Manufacturing Mission has been launched. This initiative focuses on clean energy, that is clean tech manufacturing, under the Make in India program. Key areas include solar PV cells, electric vehicle batteries, motors and controllers, electrolyzers and wind turbines, very high voltage transmission equipment and grid scale batteries. By promoting domestic value addition and creating a robust ecosystem for clean tech manufacturing, India aims to leverage the China Plus One strategy, encouraging global companies to diversify their supply chains away from China. Additionally, existing PLI schemes will support key sectors such as solar modules and EV batteries. This initiative aligns with the increased purchasing power from the tax cuts, as individuals are likely to invest in environmentally friendly and energy efficient products, particularly when made more affordable. Under the Gati Shakti Master Plan, recognizing the need for infrastructure to support economic expansion, the government has extended 50-year interest-free capex loans to state governments for another year, with an outlay of Rs 1.5 lakh crore. This funding will enable state governments to accelerate infrastructure projects, improve regional connectivity, and attract more investments, create employment opportunities across various sectors. With an expected increase in disposable income, tourism is set to witness significant growth. To capitalize on this, the government has announced initiatives to develop 50 top tourist sites in partnership with state governments. The key aspects include infrastructure upgrades to enhance visitor experience, development of 22 destinations with state collaboration to boost accessibility and appeal, special focus on spiritual tourism, particularly destinations associated with the lives and teachings of Lord Buddha. By improving tourism infrastructure, the government aims to position India as a premier global travel destination, attracting both domestic and international tourists. Here's a closer look at some of the other key areas of focus in the budget. The government has allocated Rs 500 crore to establish AI research centers across the country. This initiative aims to position India as a global leader in AI technology, reducing dependency on foreign AI technologies, particularly from USA and China, create new employment opportunities, and upskill the workforce of an AI-driven future. To boost economic growth and ensure better insurance accessibility, the FDI limit in insurance sector has been increased from 74% to 100%. This move will attract global insurers, increasing competition and improving the quality of insurance products. Expanding medical insurance coverage, making healthcare more affordable, potentially lead to 1,000 insurers in India over the next decade, driving financial inclusion. The government is committed to bridging the digital divide by providing broadband connectivity to all. Government schools ensuring rural students have access to high quality education. Primary health care centers enabling telemedicine services and digital consultations with specialists, improving rural healthcare access. To transform India into a Vishwaguru, the government plans to establish 50,000 Atal Tinkering Labs in government schools over the next 5 years. This initiative will foster scientific curiosity and innovation among students, equip government schools students with hands-on learning tools, bridging the gap with private institutions. A revamped Udan scheme will make air travel more accessible, with 120 new destinations added, expecting to serve 4 crore passengers over the next decade. A stronger focus on connecting smaller towns and cities, building upon the success of the original Udan scheme, which has already linked 88 airports and operationalized 698 routes. There are several sectors that the budget addresses. I have attached the link in the description for your reference. The 2025 budget is a significant step forward addressing India's economic challenges, prioritizing demand-driven growth over supply-side interventions. By putting more money into the hands of the consumers, the government aims to stimulate spending, boost business confidence, and create jobs. If successful, this could be India's Freedom 3.0 after the 1991 liberalization movement, and PM Narendra Modi will go down in the history as one of the greatest ever prime ministers. However, its impact will depend on how effectively consumers respond and businesses adapt. Only time will tell if this gamble pays off. But one thing is certain, The 2025 budget has set the stage for a bold new economic direction.